Man City, Chelsea, a rematch of last year's Champions League final. The two title favorites coming into the season. The bookmakers are having a really, really tough time deciding which team to make a favorite here. Chelsea, Man City, both at plus 175 on the three-way money line. Break down this game for us.
Yeah, I think it's fairly priced right now with basically Chelsea sitting at plus 170 and Manchester City also sitting at plus 170. You know, Chelsea obviously beat Manchester City 3 times at the end of last season, and they basically dominated them in the Champions League final. I think they outcreated them around 1.5 expected goals to about 0.7. But Manchester City has looked really good so far this season. I mean, they've just obliterated every single team except for that opening match against Tottenham, which they did actually win the expected goals battle. And then last week against Southampton, they obviously got the red card, so that changed some things. But the Manchester City attack does look more fresh. It does look better, even though they're not having a 2-striker up top. Jack Grealish has looked awesome. Looks like the $100 million is really paying off right now. But on the flip side, we've talked about Tuchel a ton on the show. And adding Romelu Lukaku to the mix here is just made Chelsea a completely different team up top, because now we don't have Timo Werner just missing chance after chance. The 3-4-2-1 has been impossible to figure out for Pep Guardiola. So it's a really interesting match. And honestly, my projections have it around where the bookmakers have it. One thing I will be kind of looking at is the over-under. I only have 2.1 expected goals projected for this one. So if that under 2.5 goals floats around minus 110, I think I'll have to pull the trigger. But right now, this one's kind of just a stay away from me.
That is incredibly boring. Anthony, give us something here for those who want to back this man.
I mean, look, BJ, everything BJ said is right. Chelsea are a better team this year than they were last season. Chelsea beat Manchester City 3 times. But if you go back and look at what the lines were on those games, I mean, Chelsea was not getting nearly this much respect. They were 200 or better on the money line in every single one of those games. They were pretty lucky to win at least one of them. The one was a toss-up, and I'd say Chelsea deserved to win the final. But the reality here is that, you know, City got better too. They added this guy, Jack Grealish, who happens to be first in passing in the penalty area, first in carries in the penalty area, first in progressive passes, and first in progressive passes received in the whole league. So we're talking about the guy who's been the best player in the league through 5 matches. City's XG difference per 90, 1.9 plus 1.9. Chelsea, even when you factor out the red card that they had against Liverpool, plus 0.9. So Chelsea have not been quite as good as City. And I think Villa and Spurs in the last couple of matches have kind of exposed some weaknesses in the Chelsea midfield, where both of them for more than a half were, I thought, the better side. And then, Chelsea kind of made some adjustments. But I think if Pep Guardiola is watching the film back, he's going to notice that Mason Mount has not been playing particularly well. Kai Havertz has not been playing particularly well. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Timo Werner in this game. Werner came on for a late cameo against Spurs, really played well, making some runs, had an assist, almost scored, of course. But when you look at in this matchup, the way he impacted that Champions League final, where he was able to make the run that dragged out the defender that left the room for Havertz, I think him playing over the top paired with Lukaku could be a really interesting matchup. And I hope that he starts Werner. That being said, I like Manchester City. I think they're a little undervalued here. My projections make City to be about plus 145. I'm going to take the draw no bet line at even money right now. I like it up to minus 115. I just think that, you're getting the best team in the world. I know that they're on the road, but you're getting the best team in the world as pretty much as a pick 'em, which, even on the road implies that Chelsea's right there with them. And I'm not sure that's true.